5 a.m. in the morning because I have to normally cook breakfast and cook lunch for my husband to go to work. So when I was in the interior with my husband while he was working, so we only had certain ingredients, and some of the ingredients we had was flour, oil, salt, sugar, and so I was thinking, what can I make with just flour and sugar and salt, because I was only accustomed to making like bake, because bake have baking powder. So I was studying what can I make that don't need baking powder and still taste good. So I was thinking, then I thought about, if you're making something without baking powder, then you have to make it really thin, and if I was to add some oil to it, that would help it to stay a little soft. So I took the flour and the oil. So let me show you what I did. So I took some flour like this, because this is actually for him for lunch, me for lunch, and him for breakfast. So I took some flour, as you can see, and I took some oil, and I just sprinkle it all over into the flour. So now I just mix it in. So I mix it in like this. Now if you don't want to get your hands dirty, you can either wear a gloves, or you can mix it with a spoon. So you mix it like this. Then, I don't know why, but I love to use cold water in these things. Obviously I did not have any cold water in the interior, so I just took, so in the interior I just use like normal water, normal rainwater. So I just empty the water into there, mix it up. See? I just mix it up. And if it is you want a little taste in it, you can also throw in some sugar and some salt if you want, but we prefer just putting oil and using water and flour. Okay, so the reason why I don't put salt and sugar is because when you're eating it with, you can eat it with any kind of stews, that you would eat with rice and provision or any kind of thing, anything. And when you're eating this with any kind of stews, it actually tastes like really good. So I don't know, to me the stews does have enough salt and it does be very tasty. So when you take this without any salt and just oil, it just, I don't know, somehow it just enhances the taste. So this is how it is. You can make it wet like this, or you can make it a little more dry. So when it's like this, I take some more oil and add it in like this. So I normally make it into a dough. I add some more flour, mix it up some more. So I have my dough, mix it up like this. knead it up. Now you don't really need to knead this up much, so I knead it like that, and then I just make it into small little balls. Get some flour on your hand because it will get sticky. And this is really reasonable and it tastes really good and it is affordable because and you have to add extra things to your flour that actually brings up the price. So and it also saves you time. So you do it like this, make the balls. You can either make the balls like small like this, or you can make it bigger like this. So these are my balls here. So you will need the rolling pin, and also you will need something, a board or anything, so that you can roll out your small doughs or your big doughs. And so I put on the platen just now. So the platen is heating up, and this will wait a little bit and then we'll come back to it. Okay guys, so now I am going to show you how I roll out the flour and how I get the flour ready to put onto the platen. It is almost finished heating up, so now I will show you. So I take some flour, spread it on the board, right? I take a bowl. I kind of knead it a little bit, like this. Then I take it in my hand and I flatten it like this. Now this part is very time consuming, which is why if you want to finish fast, you really have to let the platen heat up really hot and keep it heated so that this can finish fast. But the first one always takes a while because, well, I don't know why, but so I roll it out like this. Roll, 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 roll. Use more flour. But the thing about this is, I love to put a lot of oil, but obviously sometimes some people would not have that much oil, so you can improvise and put way less oil if you want, and you just roll it out, but just enough so that it can be soft when you're finished. The less oil you put actually is the less time you have to keep it for the day. The more oil you put, the longer you can keep it soft and nice and able to eat the same way. So I roll it out really thin like this. You can see how thin it is. So I roll it out like this. Then I sprinkle some oil on it. And I use my hand and spread it. You can use a brush or anything you want to spread it if you want, but I'm using my hand because I don't have a brush. So because we are still renting, we don't have every single utensil. So just do like that. And when you're resting it down on the platen, this side of what the oil is on, this side that the oil is on usually go downwards like this on the platen so that it can cook. And anyway, I will show you how it is on the platen. So while that one is on the fire, I take another one and I roll it out and get it ready for to go on after. Just so it will not take up too much time. And the thing is, if you want it to be really filling, you can actually do it a little more thicker. Not too thick, but a little more thicker, and that will actually fill you up. You can even use it for breakfast with like sausage, eggs, greens, anything you want. Anything you want to use it with. So you roll it out like this, keep rolling. So that one is ready, and I take a next one, put some flour on it, and just knead it in my hand like this. So this is how it is. So you normally keep turning it like this. Actually, you keep turning it like this when you now put it on. And when you see the bubbles and you see like the top is white, I'll show you how it is when I now put it on, so you can see the difference. And then you flip it like this. So it's up to you if you want it to be white like this, or if you want it to have like little brown spots on it to ensure that it is really cooked. So it's up to you according to that. So you keep turning it like that, and it will be finished soon. So I'll show you when it is done, and I'll also show you the second one, how it is when when the platen is much more heated up. So I'll be back. So you just prepare a plate or anything that you can get, so you can put it on it. And you always place that plate or container close to it, because when you're taking it off, it is really hot. So you can either use your hands to take it off, or you can use a spatula. So I'm going to put on the other one now. So let me show you guys how it is when I now put it on. So this is it, and it is literally, you can literally see the oil in the flour. So you keep turning it. Oh, this one is, so I can't really turn it yet. Some parts are still sticked on. See? It will be able to turn just now. See how soft it is? It is really soft. So you just keep spinning it, and then you flip it over and you do the same thing. How the first one looks. The first one is always harder than the rest, so see how nice and soft and fluffy. It's really soft. So I'm going to do all these and I'll be right back. So this is how it came out.